Welcome to day 4 of the 10-day Playbook Challenge, and today we're going to dive into the scariest spread veer and shoot offense in NCAA 26, Tennessee Volunteers. You guys are looking to stretch the field sideline to sideline and put pressure on the defense pre-snap and post-snap, and this is going to be the playbook for you. I'm going to attack 3 specific formations here in this video. We're going to go over the wide offset, great run plays, some very complimentary pass plays that's really going to put stress on what defense is going to come out. Then you have the wide 5 wide receivers, one of the best spread wide receiver sets in the game, if not the best 5 wide receiver set in the game. And then you also have the bunch quads open, and that is really an overpowered scheme, and we're going to show you how to implement all this into the Tennessee Volunteers playbook. All right, so the first formation we're going to jump into here is the wide offset. In NCAA 25, this was one of my favorite. So let's show these run plays and just show how they really stress the defense. You really got to come out in a specific set of defense to try and stop this. And when they do stuff like this to bring people in the box, you see it's a lot of one-on-ones outside, and that will allow you to audible around. But that's not going to deter me from running the ball. Here, the trap kind of bounced off the people there. But it's really hard to lose yards in running these unless the D lineman just blows your people up. And if you look at this, this is really what we want. 5 people in the box. It's going to make running extremely easy. Little cutback lanes. And you see we get about 13, 15 yards there. Again, just run it 1 or 2 more times. There we get 7 yards. And for the final one here, just finding your lanes, right? Don't hold turbo. It accelerates the block sheds. But we're getting 10 yards there. That is the base. I also like I said, the 0-1 trap. I forgot there is a read option here, by the way. But the trap, again, another great run. And safety makes a good play coming down, stops us to no gain. 0-1 trap, though, again, now they're in this cover 0 type look. And that, if they try and do cover 0, that's not going to work. But also, if you see 3 down linemen, even 4 down linemen, but with a light box, is running this trap it's almost a guaranteed like 20-yard play. It's so good. Now again, something like this, you have 5 field line of scrimmage. Again, I'm not going to say it can't work. It very well can, but the way they're lined up on line of scrimmage makes it really tough that they could shoot like a back gap. But again, the cover 0 look is not going to work against this run. It is a big play waiting to happen. That's the reason why I like this play more than the base. Base is probably a little more consistent, doesn't get blown up in the backfield. But the trap, although it can, also has the biggest home run potential. I am going to show the speed option real quick. Zoom our camera back out. And so the good thing is if you want to flip this to the left, you can flip this to the left, flip it to the right. Here, make your read, pitch. Again, now you see there's one-on-one blocks out there. And that's really how the speed option is going to be very good. Now you see people being compressed. Actually, I almost think when they have more people in the box, it actually makes the speed option a little bit better. But again, if you see lanes here, I'm going to flip it to the left. And again, if you got a fast quarterback here, Merklinger is the backup. I accidentally subbed him out. But you see the speed option is very, very good. Mix that up with your trap and your base. Throw a little read option in there if you want also. And then now we'll get into the pass. Wheelies, you actually do not have to do anything here. The only thing I may do on occasion is do something to my running back, but we're not going to do that here. So how I read this is the wheel route and the deep dig to the left. Very good complements to each other. The dig is so good. But if you notice, there's a slot corner over there. So now my eyes shift to the right side of the formation with the outside corner and the safety of the top are going to be guarding these 2 routes. Really, you'll try and hit B on his unbumpable post as he's kind of cutting in. Something like this here, and you will click on and make the catch. If A is possible if it's a back shoulder throw. Y, X, you're kind of reading those guys here. Again, it's kind of split here, so I might look at the check and release from the running back, see what he's going to do. He's on a option check and release. So, in case you guys don't know what check and release is, if there's offensive lineman that needs help or a unblocked blitzer coming in, the running back will then pick him up. If not, what the running back will do is he'll see if anybody needs help, and then he'll release out onto his route. The option route is based off man or zone, and he'll make the read for you. All right, taking a look here now at the left side. Again, they have the numbers over there to guard against it. So I'm going to try and make my read here. That is the deep dig that I was referring to earlier. All right. The last play I'm going to take a look at here is RPO zone alert hitches. And so right here, they actually line over it very well. So it's probably going to be a handoff. But you want to watch the slot corners on both sides. I'm always going to look to the side with the best situation and number. So I'm going to look to the right. So I'm going to watch how A, and again, he just finds a nice little pocket, couple yards. Great short yardage play. See what the left looks like. The corner played inside, so I knew I could pass lead it down into my inside. And let's say nothing's there. You run the ball. Just let him take the ball, get your free yards. Now let's get into our air raid bag here, right? And let's go to shock first, and then we'll finish up this stuff with the quarterback plays. So the reason why I like the shock is if you look, the A is on the option route, so he's always a very easy read. The B on the smoke screen, he can get that outside leverage to come down, and if you have a really speedy slot receiver and RB running the shock route, you have a bomb over the top. It will kill match coverage. And then here on the left, you see you have kind of two slants. One's a slant more is like one's a stem down post. And there's no people here in the middle to defend. So my read is really going to be Y is going to be my first look, but I'm also going to look at A in case that middle linebacker floats to the middle. And what do you know? Slant is wide open there. Take your free yards. Again, make them pick something. So here, my initial read, right, is going to be A because there is a slot corner kind of guarding both guys. So I don't anticipate him being able to stop A. But the other thing, too, is 4 down lineman knows the middle field. You also have the threat to step in the up into the pocket and scramble with your quarterback here. Nice little option route. Slot receiver gets us 10 yards. You love to see that. Again, free plays. Now we have 5 down linemen. Again, take your reads. Whoops. I actually hit a wide open guy, but it was on accident. Y, the slant wide open in the middle here, if you take a look, was just butt naked across the middle. But X was open. The reason why X was open, he got the inside leverage, but because number 10 there reacted to the other slant, it allowed us to hit this backside. But won't lie to you, that was a complete accident. Was not trying to go to him. Here, you're going to get this mid blitz look, so you're going to have to make this read quick. It's going to be A on a snap throw or Y or even X. But I'm going to see what I see here. Y gets really open off the line of scrimmage. And again, if you have a fast, quick guy, that is going to be right there. Now, running mid blitz, again, if we've all went against it, a lot of users are going to try and use the middle linebacker and peel off to kind of bait the line so there's a free runner, and they're going to try and patrol that middle. So hopefully the no eyes, no look thing will help us avoid any kind of quick interceptions, but you need to be aware of what the defense is running at. All right, the next play we're going to look at is red zone, stick, and nod. And again, same thing we talked about before. You look at your numbers here. So if I wanted to, I probably could slant A or do something like that, since there's going to be that wide open part of the field. But because of this particular lineup here, is I am going to read between RB and A, and then I have a backside in route from X. So we're going to have stuff to look at. Got this nice return route there. He got leverage, so we were able to throw it for a good 3 yards. Here's one of the things I'm talking about now is now it's kind of this. We don't know if this is cover zero. It could be cover zero blitz. Could be cover 4 look. Again, we have backside in. We have this double move from A, return route from RB. And A is going to get nice little leverage here for a rack catch animation. But yeah, this is what makes the five wide receiver set so nice is that it is spread more than your typical five wide receiver. So it is very easy to see where the matchups are the side of the field that you should be targeting. So again, kind of look, A wins on this double move here. Again, so the one last thing I'm going to say is don't forget if there is a light box, you have the ability to scramble with your quarterback. But until making this, actually, I did not realize there is a built-in pump fake to this. So it's going to take a minute before you can actually able to run up the field here with the quarterback. But again, that is also possibly an option if your line holds up. So make sure you guys are throwing the RZ stick and nod in here along with the other play, shock. And then let's take a look here real quick at scissors. So here with scissors, what I like to do is I actually like reposting A to put him on a shorter post, and then I like dragging B for a check down, which is also going to kind of create a high low here. B's going to have a high low with A and Y, and then RB's going to have a sharp cutting corner to the outside. Y is on our post here in the middle. So we got check downs, we got routes to go to. There is this post from A. Here's something else you can do is put RB on an in route, especially when you see stuff like this where the slot corner on the right is that press. Just going to be a nice, easy throw in the pocket. There's not going to be nobody there. Like I said, this really stresses the defense, makes it really kind of easy to pick your spot of where you're going to attack. Make our read, check down underneath, wide five wide receivers. Now we're looking at the QB blast, and again, 3 down linemen, very easy play. Going to get double teams, and here we're going to get close to almost a 30-yard touchdown. But if you see 3 down linemen, it's just going to be so easy to get yards. You're not going to lose yards at all unless there's some kind of little glitch within the line. But you see this 4 down linemen, nobody's in the middle. Easy. Even if there's 5 people in the box, which we're not getting here at the moment, it's going to take one great user skill to be able to shoot this gap and takes away. Now there's 6 people. 6 people didn't work from mid blitz. So you see the effects of this QB blast. Very, very good. The very last one we're going to take a look now is the QB trap. And now, so this is almost the equivalent of a halfback base, but it's for the quarterback. Here, he's going to pull. The only thing about this is it can leave a gap for a user to just shoot right down the middle if they suspect it coming. So I don't like it more than the blast, but still very good, especially when there's no linebacker lined up. It'll allow a double team up front to make sure you get to the second level, or it will allow one of the other linemen to get up to the second level here. We're going to watch 53 is probably going to double team and peel up to the linebacker, or he may just go straight there. He goes straight there while the pulling guard takes the end on the left side. So last time we're going to run this. Again, don't hold your turbo. It'll accelerate the block sheds, but you see the QB trap, the QB blast, 5 wide receivers, some great plays in here to run this particular scheme out of. All right, and the last thing we're going to look at is the bunch quads open. Again, another QB blast. You have a bunch trail, halfback screen, RPO Q screen draw, all go curl. A lot of these plays, almost all of them actually, you can use. We'll start again. You guys have already seen QB blast, so I won't do this a bunch of times, but you'll just see again, all about reading the line. A lot of people aren't going to be expecting that QB run. They're going to be actually worried about resources to the right side of the field. But again, that's why it is here. And if you're in a dynasty with a play cooldown, you have this and the blast and the trap from the 5 wide receivers to make sure you have these versatile quarterback runs. Now let's take a look here. We will go to the bunch trail. Again, the spread look. One thing I do love about this, solo side receivers on a comeback route. If there is no help underneath, comeback routes, they're great in 25. They're just as good in 26. They're going to be wide open here. It's all about timing. Hit him right as he gets to the point of his attack. He'll come back and make the easy catch. Now, here on the right side of the field, Y is on this super deep corner route. He is rarely going to be a read, so he's just a field stretcher. Then you have B, the running back, on your smoke screen. And then you have your basic drag angle route from R, B, and A, working from right to left. So let's just see what they're going to give us here. They leave the flats open for the running back. We're going to take that all day. Take your 5 yards. Very easy to run, and it's very quick to make the reads off of, right? So here, they're going to leave it open again. So if they keep leaving this open, we're going to take it. All right, here. That's where he hit the angle screen. I threw it back shoulder. I meant to hit him before he broke, but we were able to throw it back shoulder here. And here he's going to be wide open again. That's where you want him, right in that rack animation in the gap there. So he's going to be there. He's actually the most consistent route, as a lot of these routes over the middle here, I'm just going to hold it here and take the sack. But RB is usually going to get the attention from the user or all the CPUs if you watch him coming down. And just go to replay real quick. Smoke screams open and A. But the reason why they get open is because this drag here, right? They blitz, obviously, but this drag is taken away. This guy comes right here and just completely takes it away, versus you have this angle route is wide open in great space, and then the smoke screen here as well. So that play is the best pass play here in this particular formation from a pure passing standpoint with routes that you can go to. The halfback screen is a halfback screen. You got 3 blockers out there. So anytime you see numbers, you can snap throw it out there. X will be on this backside slant in case the user in the middle decides to run over. And there it is. Big yards. If you can make a guy miss, it could be a house call. But consistent yards, getting positive. Here is that backside slant I was talking about. Again, they have to respect every receiver on the field. So that is going to be the halfback screen. And we're going to take a look here at all curl for the final play here. 3 different level curl routes on the right side. And then you're going to have the one on the left running one as well. But again, take your underneath routes. They're going to give us the running back. We will take 10 yards. Should have thrown a little bit earlier. Here, again, you can hit this curl route. They're very good in 26. They were not as good in 25. People could break on the ball very easily. Here's A now. He sits in a little pocket if they're going to drop in that cover 2. And it's all about just reading what they're going to take away. They give us here. We actually threw that a little bit quick. The curl route on the boundary was wide open. See if we can get another look at this. Now we hit Y. As you see, we've hit every receiver here minus RB on the field. And that's the breakdown on the Tennessee playbook. It's fast, it's wide, and as you guys saw, it's very dangerous. We gave you 2 of the best empty sets in the entire game in any one playbook that you will find, in the wide 5 wide receivers and the bunch quads open. Then we gave you guys the wide offset, which has some very good runs when the defense is spread, and some passes to complement it. And as always, if you guys found value in this breakdown, do me a favor, it helps the channel grow and keeps bringing you guys the content you want to see. Smash the like button, sub to the channel. Let me know in the comments what playbook you guys want to see next, and or formations. I'm going to be dropping stuff all year long. Don't forget also, once we hit 300 subs, the first person to comment on the video, I'm going to reach out and do a special tribute to whatever formation or playbook they want to see that we have not covered, and bring it straight to you. So as always, I'm going to see you guys in the next one.